Okay guys, so I have done this one time before with my with a glue base and but I just did it once. I did it on cardboard because I was just testing it out. But I actually really liked this one. I thought this one came out pretty cool looking. So that's just on cardboard, and then I also did one on canvas, but I really don't like this one. I felt like it looks really muddy. Some parts look cool, like these parts here, but it just got way too muddy here and in other areas. And I think it has to do with I may have just mixed a little too much. And also, I don't think I had the right consistency. So I've been watching more tutorials, and some of them say you have to kind of get like this thicker consistency where it's almost like melted ice cream. So that's what I've been trying to do. What I have here on my right is I have the glue, which or the paint where I used a glue base, and this is what I started out with. It's half Elmer's glue and half water, and then I added acrylic paint to it and a little alcohol and what else? Did I add anything else? Oh yes, I added, so I guess you can use like a silicone to create those cells, and that was the most recent video I saw, but the one that I saw before with the glue, they recommended just kind of like this hair polisher gloss, and they said that you want dimethicone is the ingredient you want, dimethicone. So I bought some of that, and I've been using this, and I have noticed some cells, but it's not, I wish they were bigger, and unfortunately I ran out of time and didn't have time to get silicone, but I think I'm going to do that this coming week. I'm going to try this one more time, and I'm going to get the silicone. So I got these super cheap canvases from Joann's Crafts. They were like about $1 each. They're 8x8. I've heard you can actually get these really cheap online, so I think I'm going to check that out next time and see if I can get them cheaper online. So I had pre-gessoed this. Some people say you absolutely must gesso before. This one I did not pre-gesso, and maybe that's why it came out so horrible, but I guess we'll try it. This one I did pre-gesso, so we'll see how it comes out, and this one's just the Utrecht gesso that I got from the Blick store. I'm sure you can order it online if you want. There's lots of different gessos that you can buy. So I just am reusing cups, and I'm balancing this and making sure that it's the paint can pour off, and just make sure it's stable. What I'm going to do first is I just realized that I ran out of the white. So I'm going to just mix some of that because I do want some white in the pour. I felt like the white really helps just add some contrast to it. So I had pre-made this, and this is like half water, half glue, but I feel like it's still too watery. So I'm just going to add some of this, and then I'm also going to just straight add glue to it. And this may be another issue of mine. I decided to reuse these glue bottles because I figured, oh, I can then reuse the paint, but I don't think I'm getting the right, like I'm not mixing it right because I'm just shaking it up after. And I think you really want to take a mixing stick and mix the paint. So right now I'm just using Liquitex Basics for this, but I've got a few other paints here. Let me just add a little alcohol to this. I heard that the rubbing alcohol can help with the bubbles, because when you shake it up and stir it up, it gets bubbles in it. So I'm just gonna shake that up. Let's see. The glue base one, I have black, gold, blue, and then I got this metallic peacock pearl, and I really like that one. That one looks really cool. The gold was really chunky and didn't turn out well last time, but I want to try it one more time. This time what I did is I added more paint to it, and it looked a little bit better, so I might try that out today. I don't think I'm going to use the red today. So all these glue ones are the ones with the glue base, and then these four over here are the ones I mixed with Flood Floetrol. I guess a lot of the tutorials I've been watching, some people have been using this. This is just latex paint additive, and it kind of helps the paint to flow. Now, I don't know about how, like if this is toxic or if this is, wash thoroughly after handling, provide fresh air ventilation. So I normally never wear gloves when I do this, but I think I will today. So I use the Flood Floetrol in these, and what I did is I just put a little bit, I put paint, acrylic paint, and I put a little water and the alcohol. Now, I got some really cool paints for this one. I wanted to do two separate pieces and compare them. So I got this metallic magenta. For some reason, the metallics look better, I think, in the pours. So I did that one. And then I first tried this copper, but I should have known just by looking at it, I don't love this color, and it ended up looking like this, and I just, I don't feel like that looks like copper at all, so I still have it, and I'll decide whether I want to use it or not, but I'm just going to hold that for now. I got this other one, this dark bronze, and I mean, these are like, some of these I just got at the craft store, and then some of them I got at Lick. But this one I think this one I just got at Target. It was like $2.50 or something. And this color looks way better. I feel like this actually looks more like a copper bronze. So I'm going to use that one. And then I just did a white because I always want, we want some kind of contrast. And I didn't want it to get too muddy. I'm trying to refrain from mixing it too much. I don't want it to get muddy. And what I mean by mix is like when you start putting it on the canvas, not mixing it after that. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use the glue first on this one. So I want to set these aside. And kind of thought this out. I want to do like a blue gold, or sorry, blue and the peacock pearl like on one side, and then the gold and the white down here. Last time what I did is I actually just took a cup, and I might try this again. This actually sounds a little watery still. Let's just try it. I'm going to just pour some in there. Now that does look watery. I need to get that thicker. Should have put a little more glue, but let's try this one too. Whoa. Okay. And now I'm just going to add more of this stuff and hope that it works with the cells. I want to get more cells in there this time. Okay, so I've got that. I need one more cup. I just got these cups from Target, and like it's nice because you could just keep reusing them once the glue is dry. You can just reuse them. Let's do the white in there. And that one looks like the right consistency. Yeah, I should have. Looks like almost like a melted ice cream. This one looks way better this time actually. This one I think I got to the right consistency too, but there are some chunks in there, and again, it's probably because I should have poured it in a cup and mixed it that way instead. So now I'm just going to pour it directly onto my canvas, and I'm going to try to keep it on the canvas right now and not waste too much paint. And actually I should might as well just put my gloves on now. Okay, and then it's already moved around. It looks really good already. And then I'm going to just add this to this side. And that one has a thicker consistency. I think I actually, they recommend mixing sticks. I looked all over for mixing sticks and I could not find them at the dollar store. I couldn't find them at Home Depot, so I'm just using chopsticks right now. And this is what I'm talking about muddy, because I think it's getting really mixed up in here. So I should stop that and just pick it up and let it move around. Just try to cover the rest of the oh, and then what I bought was plastic sheeting to cover this table, and I kind of just rounded the corners and taped them. And the plastic sheeting was really cheap. I just got it from Home Depot. I got a big roll of it, and I think it was like $10 for a really big roll. I'm not loving it. I think what I'm going to do is I've seen someone kind of run like a card, like a plastic card against it, and that kind of helps create some cells. So I'm going to try that with this piece of cardboard. But trying not to get it muddy again. Let's see, I also saw someone use some plastic wrap and do that. Kind of just push it against the, I'm going to use a little bit here. Since it's such a small canvas, don't need to waste. I think what I'm going to do is I want to get more of that pearl. Shouldn't have put this back on yet. I think I'm going to directly pour some of this pearl on because I can barely see it. So I'm just going to directly pour that on there. I think it may have mixed a little too much. There's that. Didn't use, you know what? I forgot to use the black. And I think I'm going to use a little bit here. Just a few spots of black would be cool, I think. Rubbing this or moving this across it did create some cells. You probably can't see that because it's too far away. There are some cells there, but they're not big. I think I will try the silicone next time to see if I can get some bigger cells. Let's see. Then I wanted to try got paint all over these gloves too. What's the point? Okay. I wanted to try this plastic wrap, but I'm going to move this just a little bit more. see if I can just put it right in the middle there and then just pull it off. It looks like that's what she had done when I was watching her. That looks kind of cool. I almost want to take some of this paint and just paint the sides of it too, because I think I may have put too much of that gloss stuff in to create the cells, because I feel like like I see that it's like almost repelling in some areas. Yeah, like this whole side right here, the side of the canvas is repelling the paint, which has not happened before. So I'm thinking, yeah, I must have used a little too much of that gloss stuff. And that's why I should get the silicone instead. This doesn't necessarily work. Yeah, I don't love it. Really don't like it. I think what I'm going to do is, because after I see I ran this over, all the cells are already gone. Like they first formed and then now they're gone. So I might be taking off too much paint. I'm going to add, oh yeah, no, oh my gosh, there's so much paint being repelled right here. I should have not, okay, don't use this stuff. Whoever told me about that was wrong, so I'm gonna have to go find that video. Leave a comment. Now I just kind of trying to fill these gaps here. And what I might have to do is I might have to let this dry and retry it again. This part seemed to do okay here, and I think it's because I didn't use that gloss stuff in the white. So I think I should just use more of this white actually. All right, I think I'm going to stop screwing with it for now. It's just going to end up getting more and more messy, more muddy. I think I'm going to try to I should have laid something out. I need to let this dry. I need to make some room here. I'm gonna stop screwing with this right now. Now I'm starting to like the way this is turning out, but not loving the gold now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this aside and try the Floetrol mixture. Just getting repelled on the edges here because of that stuff I used. I'm not going to use that anymore. Or maybe I just used way too much of it. I was trying to create more cells, so maybe that's what happened. I just used a little too much. Okay, so I'm going to keep these on, but okay. So, actually, no, I need more cups. I'm just going to get rid of these. You know what? I'm not going to screw around with these anymore. So let's do this. Want to make sure it's even. Just lay out your canvas. I'm going to move this a little bit this way. Just let that thing do its thing. It's going to keep moving around. All right, so this is the stuff with the Floetrol. I almost think I should have made a black with it now, but let's just see how it looks. This consistency already looks too, this one doesn't seem, oh, some of that paint got in here, so gotta set your paints a little farther back. I got some blue in here. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm going to add a little more white to this because it's just not thick enough. I had pre-mixed these because they said it's better to let it sit for 2 hours. That way some of the bubbles settle. But I guess another way to get rid of the bubbles, I've seen everyone doing it, is the blowtorch. And I was almost going to go out and buy a blowtorch, and then I was able to borrow one from my parents. My parents had a blowtorch, so I tested it out. I mean, I turned it on this morning. I've never used a blowtorch before. I've used a welder, but I've never used a blowtorch. So I wanted to make sure I could use it properly before I lit myself on fire, because I really don't want to scare people here. So let's see. I'm going to this time I don't think I'm going to pour into 1 cup because I feel like that gets so muddy. Although everyone seems to do stuff like that, or they pour it directly, they'll pour it down on this part and then just press the canvas against it. I've seen that too. I'm just going to directly pour and see how that comes out. Because my problem right now is that it's too muddy. And this, I'm just going to wing it, see how it turns out. Almost should have mixed more, huh? I thought this canvas was so small, I didn't think it was going to need that much paint. But I already love the dark bronze on there. Actually, that's pretty cool. Right now, some cells are forming right here. We'll see if those actually stay though. Oh my gosh, I feel like this one looks way better already. I'm going to just add a little more paint to it. I might have to make a little more, but we'll see. Just using up the rest of the paint really. Got a lot of white here. I think I made more than I needed to. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this and just get some of the sides here. Although when it pours over like that, that looks really cool too. So I'm going to do this first and then I'm going to let it pour over again. Okay, I think I've gotten most of the sides there now. And I'm already really liking this. It looks way better than this one. I'm just gonna let it pour a little bit more off the sides. Oh, it's not pouring. It's not moving that much. Get the spots that are missing paint. I think I'm going to try the saran wrap on this a little bit too. Get a real small piece. I want to get a couple of dots in there if I can. Still contemplating whether to use this or not. I think I'll just drop a tiny bit and see what it looks like. Yeah, not sure about that. Maybe a couple. All right, I think it's better not to use too much of this one, but I'll throw a little bit in there. Pull this out. Didn't really do much. There's let's see, I have this cap here. See if this does anything. Oh, that I kind of like that, except I feel like I should have done a different, a few different sizes. Yeah, a few different sizes would have been nice. Might want to. I'm probably gonna go dig around and see if I've got something else. I have this lemon, half of a lemon that I used a few days ago, and I realized I'm probably not going to use the rest of it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that doesn't really do much. Actually, that over there kind of created like a cool effect right here. Try it right here too. Yeah, it kind of creates a cool ripple effect right there. Try it in a few more places. Try not to get the paint too muddy. What else do I have here? Oh, I have this, but no, I don't want to use it anymore. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, I've got plenty of time, I have 20 minutes. Maybe I'll mess around with this a little more. This one came out ugly. I'm actually happy with this one. So let's see what I can do with this one here. Maybe I need to try some of the lemon. Let's see. This already has color in it now though. And let's try the cap a little bit too. That's actually kind of cool in some spots. Overall, I'm still not loving this one. This one got away from me, got muddy. Thinking, should I add more paint to it? I think I'm going to add a little black. Just back this way. That already looks better. Maybe I should even add a little more. I think what else? No, I think I'm gonna leave it. I really need to clean up these edges right here. I'll just use more of this paint since it doesn't have that gel stuff in it, or not as much of it. Maybe I could throw in a little of this on this side. This side came out fine, and this side's not bad either. I like to paint the edges because you can see that when you hang it, unless you're going to frame it. And I don't normally frame most of my paintings. So I've decided, I usually like to paint the edges. Gives it a more finished look. And what's going to happen is this paint is going to just keep moving. I'm going to have to wait 36 hours for it to dry. But I will come back and check on it probably tomorrow morning, or after 24 hours or even 12 hours. I'm going to come and I'm going to scrape the bottom of it because there is going to be paint continually dripping off. So I don't want that. Like, I want it to be cleaned up. So I will do that a few times here and there and just check on this. And I got paint on the floor already. So, but you have to realize when you're going to do something like this, it's going to get messy. I'm on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yes. I'm going to be doing this one more time, and I'm going to be doing it with a larger canvas. And Actually, Wednesday, this might not be dried yet. What I really wanted to do is I bought some resin. I'm super excited about it. I wanted to use resin. This is the one that was recommended on the tutorial I watched, this art resin. I got it from Blick, but it wasn't cheap. It was $50 for this starter kit. And this is only 16 ounces each. So one is a hardener and one is resin, but I really wanted to try that out. The woman who was doing the tutorial, her stuff looked really cool, and it gave this really beautiful glossy, almost it looked like a plastic over it, and it was, yeah, I'm definitely want to try that. If this dries in time, I'll do it. If it doesn't, I will do it probably on Friday. Let's see, I think I'm done today. I'm happy with these now. I might mess around with them a little bit more, but if you guys are watching, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back on Tuesday to do the felt ornament tutorials, and I will have my friend Dolly here with me doing the ornaments. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. She's going to be doing a heart, and if you guys have any suggestions on ornaments that you guys would like to make, please message me and let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.